Sean O'Malley is still a very big underdog ahead of his bantamweight matchup against Petr Yan. See if fighters agree with those odds in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I think O'Malley not ready for Petr Yan. I think for him, still need couple more fights. Because Peter, he's already, this cage is like his home, you know, and he feels good in striking. And O'Malley, he also good striker, but he not on the Peter level, not this level for sure.
I think Yan is probably gonna win. I don't dislike anyone really in the division. Like I get it. Like we're all like playing characters, and we're all going after the same dream, and so we kind of have to have this like underlying like burning hatred for each other, which like I totally understand. So I don't really dislike O'Malley. I actually like him. Like I sat next to him at one of the shows, and he was like a cool guy. So, but I do think that like how you take a loss says a lot about you a little bit. And I think that his loss to Cheeto and how he handled that one, and then the way that the Pedro one went was kind of lame too, especially considering how the first round looked. Like the first round was like you don't really get to talk the way that you're talking if the first round looked the way that it looked, in my opinion. So honestly, I think O'Malley hopefully has like a really good game plan, but I think that Yan's pressure is a lot, and I know O'Malley does best when he's moving backwards, but I think it's only a 15-minute fight, right? Okay, that's a little bit of an advantage for O'Malley, but still, man, I think Jan's gonna definitely have learned from his past fights where he can't just like give up rounds in the beginning, and I know he's making reads and stuff, so I understand it, but I don't think that he can do that in this one, especially if it's a 3-rounder.
Oh, man. That's actually a better fight than I think most people think it is. Sean definitely has the range. He's got really good timing. If he can keep it standing, then he has a chance. I don't think Piotr's going to try to take him down too often just because he wants to show that he can strike with him and can beat him up on the feet, and he has Lace's power. But I think it's going to be a good fight. I think going to make it to probably the third round, and then in the third round, Sean slow down a little bit off the pressure that Jan's given, and then Yan either submit him, I think, in the third round.
I really, I feel like this is kind of a no-lose scenario for O'Malley. I think just for how crazy the odds are, where it's a 4-1 underdog, I think I'm going to take O'Malley in that one.
I like O'Malley because he's funny, but Yan is just a different animal. It'd be cool to see O'Malley win. I guess I can just enjoy that fight because I like both guys. So, but if I were to bet on it, I'd probably bet on Yan.
Man, I'm going to have to roll with Sean O'Malley on that one. You know, I'm just a fan. I'm a huge fan of him, and just the whole style. You know, I smoke weed, he smokes weed. I get along with those kind of people.
I mean, I think I'm going to have to go with Petr Yan on that one. I know O'Malley's super long and he's lanky, so you might be able to keep him away for a little bit, but Petr Yan's really good at closing that distance, and I think he's going to be able to get it. And his striking's pretty good, too, so I think he'll be able to close that distance, get any strikes in that he needs, the takedowns, and I think he should be able to get that. I think it's his fight to lose, to be honest.
Listen, I hate ruling out O'Malley. You know, I've done it so many times against other guys, and he's always proven me wrong. But I think that just in this one specifically, I've been reading a lot of articles about it actually, and I agree with a lot of them. How, you know, Sean O'Malley, he's a special guy. He's so talented, and he's got unlimited cap as to what he can do in this division. But in terms of the level of competition that he's faced, this is definitely his top-notch level, and it's not marginally. It jumped a lot of steps, so it's going to be exciting. I got Petr Yan winning by decision for sure. He's just going to be able to outpoint him, I think.
I mean, I'm going to give it to Peter. I don't think his fight with Pedro, I know it didn't land it the way he wanted to, you know. That wasn't like his goal or anything like that, but I think just Peter is, he's a former champion, you know, so I think he has enough experience to, get around Sugar's, length and poppy shots.
I've gotten asked this a few times, and people might call me crazy, but I can definitely see Sean pulling off the upset. I don't know why, but I feel like if he uses his range, is it a 3?
It's only a 3-round fight. That's what makes it interesting, right? Because Jan's a bit of a slow starter.
Yeah, so I don't think Yan could take him into the deeper waters with the 4th and 5th round and have to rely on that. So if Sean, uses his range, sticks his jab, and doesn't allow Peter to get in on the inside and land his big shots, I could definitely see him pulling off the upset. But hey, it's a fight, and as you can tell with all these upsets as of recently, anything can happen.
I already trained with Petr Yan years ago in Rio. He came to Brazil. I go, let me see, Petr Yan. Sean O'Malley, he's so lanky, he's so tall. But I'm gonna go with Petr Yan.
It's a good fight. I think Petr Yan it's one an amazing athlete. I think he have to win that fight, of course. We didn't saw Sean O'Malley. Again, good fighter, very good fighter. Munoz was a good one. The fight was especially ended. Not O'Malley, but what his name? Petr Yan, but I fight on the guy who beat Sean O'Malley. I fight on the same card as him. Chito, yes. So Chito did a good job against Sean O'Malley. So I got Petr Yan for this fight.
That's a good fight, man. Right off, just going off my brain, I would say I'm picking Peter. That's another guy I like to watch, man. When him and Sandhagen fought, I was like, let me pull out the notebooks, boy. Like that was a good ass matchup, But the reason why I'm picking Peter is just because we haven't seen enough of Sean. That doesn't mean he can't win. It's just this Pedro was supposed to really be his test, but that fight was just so awkward, like nothing really happened. I can't even tell you who really won, to be honest, even though it got stopped, but that first round was just so awkward. I don't know what was going on. So it's just a lack of information on Sean is why I'm picking Peter.
I got Petr Yan, but I mean, O'Malley's a good fighter. He's a good dude. I met him in Arizona. But Petr Yan just has more experience, and he's not going to be intimidated at all.
I think it's a great step up for Sean O'Malley. I think this was a matchup that he absolutely needs because I think Sean does have what it takes to shine and become a champion one day. Personally, though, I think Piotr's going to win this fight, but it's definitely going to ignite something in Sean to where it'll ignite that thing in him that'll eventually make him the champion. You know what I mean? It would be great to see Sean win this fight. But I think Piotr's still kind of in that I am the champion and mentality, and I'm gonna go with Piotr on this one. But yeah, Sean definitely has what it takes to take it to the next level soon enough because he's still young and fucking good, man. He's so good.
So it's hard to go against Yan in that fight. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a huge step of competition for Sean O'Malley. So, but it's hard to go against Yan in that one. So it's not necessarily me picking Yan for the sake of doubting O'Malley, but I just feel like the experience of the guys that Yan has fought so far has been levels ahead of the guys that O'Malley has fought so far. So with that being said, I would have to go with Yan on that fight.